Hello everyone, and welcome to Dead Man's Yarn. Thank you for joining us. Actually, already got the chat full of people talking, so that's brilliant for once. I am joined by Kai, Tyne playing Kai, Trill played by Paul, and Cordelia, who is played by Kimmy. Feel free to introduce yourselves, guys. Tyne, do you want to say hello?
Hello everyone, hope you have a nice time.
Paul?
Hello there. I hope you're having a nice time getting to know each other in the chat.
And Kimmy?
Hello, hope you're all doing pretty good.
If you guys in the chat can let me know how they sound, because we always start off with lovely technical issues. But hopefully it's fine. If you are joining in now, no, do not turn fog of war on the character people. If you join in, this is the start of a 20-hour stream for myself. I am going to be streaming the D&D session with these guys. Afterwards, I will be playing Neo 2, which I've never played before, and failing miserably at it. Thank you for confirming about the sound, people. If you do want to donate to the cause, which is Operation Anti-Loneliness, there is a link in the profile. There are rewards to donating as well. I'll see if anybody's making me eat a chili yet.
I maintain that's a bad idea, especially with Fireball whiskey to follow.
I hadn't told them about the Fireball whiskey, thank you.
Fireball whiskey?
I'm so sorry.
Who's
Ignore
talking
what I
about
said,
fireball
roll
whiskey?
back.
I'm so sorry I'm late. My dog's been poorly since this morning, so...
No, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Kerry's joined us now, so that's great. We haven't actually kicked off just yet. No keeping secrets. Yeah. So if... I haven't added it to the rewards yet, but there is Fireball whiskey, which I might partake in if people pay me money to. Because I don't like the stuff.
Will you, partake if I drink? Oh no, you almost see my ugly face, Jesus.
Yeah, you're echoing through Roll20 because you haven't turned your mic off. Okay. Now we have to. Oh god, yeah. So anyway, thank you for joining us. If you're not up to speed, our party has just left the first island. They're on the way to an island called Veritas, which has just come into view. I might drink with you. Yeah. To be honest, I was thinking of doing the Neo stream. Every time I die, I drink, but that would just be terrible.
Depends what you're playing.
Neo 2.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys
Not healthy.
Yeah, are you guys set up push to speak still, or are you?
Oh, I'll do that.
Thank you.
You hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes,
I can,
I'm on push
yeah.
to talk.
Awesome. 5 minutes, not yet. I haven't been drinking in a while, Alex. So yeah, I would be dead. Anyway, so getting distracted. So the campaign is off. They're on to the next island. They have just awoken everybody's favourite Warforged, Buddy. Although I still can't believe you guys called him Buddy.
Buddy! I would have called him Hugs and Kisses, because that's what his thing says.
That could be like his title is Buddy, and then afterwards it's Hugs and Kisses.
That could be what he gives people when he says to people when he kills them.
That's my boy. It's my baby boy.
So this is the island of Veritas, which the party have just are arriving at. You guys will be... If I can draw on. So literally, you guys are about here currently, and you're sailing up this way towards Veritas. The day itself, it's over the island. It's a bit overcast, but it's still very hot and humid because it's a tropical island still. But you've got the port in sight. It's a pretty large settlement. It's bigger than Kirktongue, which you've come from. And there are numerous ships in the dock and heading out. As you get closer, the sea itself's pretty calm, and you manage to get into the port pretty much without any struggle. The captain and his crew of automatons pretty much see to everything, so you guys don't have to worry yourselves too much about it. The ship itself, the Cherry Blossom, named after Cherry Blossom in the chat, is manoeuvres in and is hooked up by some dockhands. Nathaniel lowers the. I keep saying I need to stop doing that. Nathaniel lowers the boardwalk onto the dock and descends. Would you like to follow him, or are you going to hang around for a bit?
We should probably look for some information, I guess, on some of the islands we might want to visit.
Well, currently I'm just asking if you're getting off the ship.
Then that's a yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, I'll join as well.
Kimmy, you going as well? Tyne?
Going along.
Okay. Waiting on the dock, there is a man in a uniform, so to speak, glasses, clipboard, and he's got a vest on which you recognise from your time in Brahane. It is a blue vest with a gold trim, and on the chest pocket is a embroidered gold ship. Do you remember those guys?
He's like the
Painting?
dock. It's either the guards of the dock or he's the one in charge of the docks, like watching the ships come in and stuff.
You remember? Well, he's a member of the McTavish Trading Company, so you recognise that the vest means that he's somebody of some import within the McTavish Trading Company. Next to him is a small child, similarly dressed. She's a elf, but she is a young kid. He's got a very snooty look on his face, just to warn you. He approaches Nathaniel because he's at the lead. Ship designation, name, and purpose of visit. Oh, well, morning to you too, lad. Nice day we're having, like. I will not repeat myself. Well, in that case, that's the Cherry Blossom. I'm Nathaniel Gallaglass, and it's none of your bloody business, lad. I beg your pardon.
Just got on.
Nathaniel takes out a couple of gold coins and flicks them to the person who, pretty much onto his clipboard. That's my ship. I'm the captain of it, and what I do here is my own business, lad. Now, sod off. Jerry, thank you for the subscription. Now I have to name a character after you, Jerry. Damn it. I'm going to have to start making notes of these. So yes, the dock worker hasn't been particularly pleasant, and Nathaniel hasn't been particularly pleasant back. And god damn it, Andreas, now I have to...
Do you have to eat a chili net?
No, they've all subscribed, so I have to name it after Tanis. Okay.
You know, Nathaniel might be weird, but at least he's, like, not taking any of that shit, you know?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, anybody who hasn't joined us, there's a little list which I'll have to get up, and swearing is not... swearing is allowed, but it has...
Oh, it's the S word.
The S word.
Oh, no.
I'm trying really hard not to swear, it's killing me.
I mean... Yeah.
To be honest, you could.
Talk has helped me miss out on a lot of swear words I've done because I haven't held my button down.
I didn't swear, Jerry.
That's pretty good, yeah.
To be honest, you can swear as much as you want. The count is at 0, actually, so it's only when I swear that there's the problem.
Do I get a vibe from this guy and the young girl next to him that this is like a slave master situation, or?
No, it's more like the small child's because they're dressed very similarly. That it's like pretty fine clothes. You get the impression that it's an apprentice or like a helper rather than like slavery.
Okay, cool.
Just to point out as well, the elf is very similar to the elves that you're used to back in the old lands. Because I'm going to tell you soon that you're going to run into things that you're not going to be used to.
Wonderful.
The man with the clipboard's a bit lost for words, and he's sort of like, and he turns and follows off. And the little elf girl is there with a smile on her face, just looking at Nathaniel, until you hear like a clicking, and she runs off after the man that's just walked off. Oh no, I think people are aware of Buddy. Nathaniel sort
Where
of...
is he? Show Buddy right now.
Nathaniel...
We want to see more Buddy.
Nathaniel spins on the spot to face all of you and like claps his hands together. He's like, now that that's dealt with, lads and lasses, how about we get to it? I'm gonna go see somebody. I'm sure you guys can entertain yourselves in the meantime.
You don't require any backup on your business, Nathaniel? We're free for a few hours, you say?
Maybe a bit more than that, lad. I think me friend might get a bit antsy if a group of people that he doesn't know turn up. So you'll leave it with me. I think maybe if you go and see if there's any employee going about, because and he takes his hat off, scratches his head a little bit, and looks at the side of the ship that's got the damage from the whale. And he's like, "We may need some coin from repairs, lad."
That frickin' whale.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It just... a reason.
I actually want to point out 2 things as well, actually, that I just remembered. Cordelia,
Yes.
you tried to speak French to a whale.
Yes.
France doesn't exist in this world.
Well, you were speaking a different language. I just spoke a different language.
And you know when it did 21 points of damage to you?
Yeah.
You forgot to use your staff.
I did.
If you... Time's just dropped
It
off.
has like a reflect. It has like a reaction thing to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you take damage, you can reduce the amount of damage that you take. By D10, is it?
Yeah, I'm just reading it now, though. It does say when you are hit by a melee weapon attack. Would that whale bite have counted as a weapon attack, though?
Oh, I think it does. One moment.
Well, darn. Oh well, it's all done now.
Just to let you know, Tyne is with us. Her laptop's playing up, so she is listening. But anyway, yeah. So Nathaniel's pretty much suggested that you entertain yourselves while he goes and sorts stuff out. But he has sort of like pushed you towards. Very curious when you hear, have you ever spoken to a whale? To be fair, it did sound like an angry German, but
I mean, I have experience with angry Germans.
don't we all? To be honest, actually, I worked in a pub and I had experience with angry Germans and angry everybody, to be honest. But
Oh no, that means you didn't give them good beer. I'm sorry to say.
it was a no. Actually, I almost said the name of the pub there. I will not.
Oh.
But that, yeah, good beer's not in their forte. Thank you, Deja Yama. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. I'm terrible. Deja. Is that alright if I call you Deja? You do get a character named after you, so I'm making a list. I didn't expect this many.
Yeah, it's going real good.
Nathaniel sort of like gestures towards the town and he goes, just call me DJ or J. Okay, awesome, DJ. Checking it twice. Aye, there's two inns in town. One's called what's it called? The Fox Sings, and I think across the way from it is the Spotted Pigeon. They're usually a good place to gather up information. And if memory serves me right, there's a notice board over there as well.
Thank you very much for the information, Nathaniel. We'll check him out.
Aye, not a problem, and he gives you like a little curtsy. Oh, actually, he walks back up onto the ship and he goes, you lad, Buddy, was it? Oh yeah!
Oh no!
Buddy!
Oh no.
Lad, this ship needs looking after, so you stay here and you'll guard it. Is that alright? Oh yeah! Yeah, nobody on until we come back. You got it, like... It's like... And Buddy starts doing like flexing poses in the background. He literally stood at the top of the boardwalk onto the ship now, just sort of like in a strongman pose.
I love him.
Charismatic bouncer ever.
No, Jerry, I didn't actually. That's one of the few that I didn't work out in Richmond. So, Nathaniel gives you another like little curtsy and heads off into town to deal with his business, and he leaves you to.
Quickly before you go, Nathaniel.
Aye, lad.
I did have a question. Anywhere where I could get this identified, and I hold out the vial of white liquid that I found. Do you know anywhere where I could get this checked out?
Sorry, Kerry.
Sorry.
What was that, Kerry?
A brothel, sorry. That's the proper name for it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nathaniel sort of like leans in and like squints at the bottle and goes, I think that might be an alchemist. You know, come to think of it, lad, I think there's a really famous one living in a manor out up north. If you ask somebody about him, maybe they'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Not sure I have the coin for a famous alchemist, but I'll ask around, thank you.
Alex, if you bear with me, I will try and lure the dog up. Somebody's activated the dog cam. I will be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a few seconds.
Not to worry.
One of the things I've been meaning to ask Nathaniel when he gets back is what locals think of Waken. Like if they're all taboo for, I guess the Empire thinks that we're taboo or that we're troublemakers, or like do the locals know anything about Waken? Like that's just something that I've been meaning to. This is Kimmy talking, not Cordelia.
Oh, okay.
I would say that a good thing to try and do is keep a low profile on us being Waken. We can just say we've been to a few places, and of course we've just come from the old continent, so we don't know what it is, but people seem to be steering clear, so we hope to steer clear and thus get some information on what being Waken means.
Yeah, I guess also because we came into this island like on a ship, then nobody's gonna immediately think that we're Waken, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Tiny's back.
Is that a dog being in the way?
Let's be honest, us and low profile don't go very well together. We've went into two places and caused hell in both of them.
We're also just very colorful.
I may stick out like a sore thumb, but I'll try and not walk around my full height.
Sorry, I'm back. Cocking out you. Are you doing 380 with your head?
That too. That does tend to freak out some people.
Good. Sit. Not you. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Is your dog taking over your chair?
Sort of. I'm trying to get him on camera properly. I have to say,
Kai has just spaced out for quite some time. Am I here now? I've just been staring at a wall, I think.
you've been staring at Buddy flexing. Buddy is there flexing at the top of the gangplank. Gangplank, that's it, not a boardwalk. What am I talking about?
Isn't a gangplank like more like when you have it over the water, like like how pirates like push you off a gangplank?
I think it's
Sorry.
the same thing. I think don't they use it for the same? Oh no, walk the
I
plank.
have
gangplank.
no idea.
I think it might be the same thing because when they have you walk the plank, it's just like you're walking off the plank to go into the water, but on a dock, you're just walking down the gangplank to the dock, I think.
Yeah. Same thing, I think. It's 6 and 2 3s. I will use Google to find out in a second. Also, guys, usually we're a bit more organised like this, but because of all the charity donation things that we've got going on, obviously it's going to be a bit of a fun session, this one.
I'm ready.
Because you guys can't see it, but currently on camera, my dog is eating treats out of my hand.
Oh, I was saying
Okay.
earlier my dog wasn't feeling too well this morning.
Aw.
She's got little doggy flu.
Aw.
It's cold here, and it seems like there's doggy flu going around. And she was just kind of like, she's a puppy, so she was super tired. When you have flu, you can't do anything. But she was like refusing to lie down, so she would just stand in the middle of the kitchen, like really dazed, with her head like down, and you could tell like she was just like falling asleep while she was standing up.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
She's feeling a lot better now. We got her to the vet. She got some shots. Like she was totally like high as a kite right after that. But yeah, she's feeling better now.
Oh, DJ, thank you for gifting the sub as well. Also, guys, well, I'll give him one more trait, I'll turn it off. What was I going to say? I was going to say something there.
The doggy flu?
No, I think it was... Oh, Andreas, he is a cross between a husky and a Malamute.
Oh shit, really? So he's so super fluffy.
Yes. He's also a rescue as well.
Oh, the babe.
Oh,
Right, anyway. Doggy can't... Well, unless somebody else has turned on... I'll just quickly check. No, that's great. Alright. So, sorry, we were... so, you guys have had a little talk, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, we were just kind of discussing as players, not as characters.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So essentially, Nathaniel's headed off. He's directed you to the inns in town. Obviously, there's a notice board, and he's also made reference to a manor to the north as well.
I would like to maybe get more information from an inn about maybe like a library.
Yeah.
Learn more about some of the islands around here.
Yeah. So the docks. I'll bring up a map of. You guys will already seen this map because literally, I'm not made of money, so I can't keep buying dock pick.
all ducks look alike. It's fine.
Pretty much. Ah, no, I don't. Just drawn a line through everybody. So I'm going to say you step off the boat and you walk a little bit and you get into pretty much the further down the docks, and it's a little bit smaller. There's a few ships docked there. There's a couple of people sat around with those vests on, with the blue vests and the gold trim. There's a few dock workers that have bands on that also have the gold ship on them, so you identify them all as members of the McTavish Trading Company. But if I will draw on the map, there is the notice board that Nathaniel mentioned, and I'm going to say it is here.
Did Nathaniel point the way to the inns, or just say there were some in town?
He did say that there were 2 in town, and they were across the way from each other. So if you find one, you'll find the other.
Alright, cool.
I guess we should go. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just saying, we may as well start with the board. It's right there.
Yeah.
So are you ready for a lore dump? Well, information dump.
Yeah, my pen is
Give
ready.
it to us.
So on the board, essentially, it's a notice board, and there's like several pieces of paper. On the right-hand side, there is a list of wanted people, and there's about 20 names on it, with like a monetary value next to them. Majority of them you don't recognise, but there is Bale on there. There is Scarlet, which you've been made reference to. There is also Mad Dog, but it also gives you his name now. It's Mad Dog Krieger. And the prices for those 3 are very high compared to the others on the list. There is a news article. Oh, sorry.
So I wanted to ask if it says what they're wanted for.
Piracy, extortion, murder, and crimes against the crown or crowns.
Okay. Okay.
The list of charges against Mad Dog is extensive over everybody else's. His reward is the most.
Do we know whether Scarlet and Mad Dog are both wakened as well, or just if Bale is?
You only know for sure that Bale is waken.
Okie dokie.
There is a news article which talks about the maiden flight of the what was it called again? The Reliant, which is the first airship to cross the ocean.
Airship sounds really cool.
It does. It is due to arrive in Cape Sovereign.
Does it say when it's due to arrive in Cape Sovereign?
The article itself's a couple of weeks old. It doesn't actually state if it's even set off yet, but it is due to arrive in Cape Sovereign. So you're not entirely sure.
Does it not say where it's departing from?
It says that it is departing from the Empire. So if you give me 1 second to quickly acquaint myself with where in the Empire.
Can I again ask the name of the ship?
The Reliant. Where did I put that map? There you are. And it's probably just come up for everybody at home as well. Yes, it has. So this is the map of the world. It will have set off from, well, Brahane, because it's from the Empire.
Ah, the town we can never return to.
There is also an article. There's several articles. Majority of them is just like local goings on. But one article is Explorers Guild looking for adventurers. Seek your local representative.
Local representatives, eh?
Did it
I
say
was
where to
hoping
find? Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying I was hoping everyone was reading these out for Kai.
Oh yeah, because she can't read.
Well, Kai can't read. Well, now that I know that, I will read it all out to her very carefully.
If you remember, there was that information you found in Port Anders, like that piece of paper, and you had to read it out for Kai there as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll make a note of that. So I remember.
I do like that you're running with that time.
Yep.
So that's pretty much all the information on the board. I'm trying to think if there was anything else.
Just a question on that last one. It says seek your local representative. Does it say anything about who the local representative in this island is?
Or where they are?
It doesn't mention anybody by name, and it doesn't actually state who or where to find them. But out of character, you might be able to ask somebody locally, maybe in the inns, and they might be able to point you in the right direction.
Just as a sidebar, I turn to Kai and I open my arms wide and I say, I would like another hug, please. One hug per island that we go to, please.
I am very up for this. This is a good tradition to have. Let's do this.
Carefully.
Are you doing it carefully, or are you going full hog?
Go on, full hog.
Big or
Roll me
big or bear hug.
Do it.
Yeah.
yeah, do me a strength check then, please.
It's gonna backfire one day.
Oh, we're safe. We're safe.
Yeah, you're fine. It is an average hug at best.
Oh,
It's never average if it's from Kai.
yeah.
Yay.
No, solidarity, I like it. So, you've got all the information. Are you wanting to head into town to try and find these whatchamacallit, inns?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kai, why don't you follow your nose? You've got a taste for the rum. I'm sure you'll find it in quicker than the rest of us.
Me? Never drank before, but I've tried some fermented juices, but I don't know if I've had rum before, but I'm sure we can find our way in this town.
So, as you walk into, you come into like a market area. Yes, I know you've seen this one before as well. But in the market area, there are two inns opposite from each other across the market square. One has the Fox Sings above it, and across the way is the Spotted Pigeon. And if you let me quickly find the token, because in front of the Fox Sings there is a guard blocking the door, and there's a bit of a crowd. One or two people stood around looking at the inn and sort of talking to each other. I need to find a special token for him because he's not human, the guard. Damn you, Samir, you irritate me in this game as well because I can't find your token. Where are you? Oh, that's why, because you're a special asset I brought in. Weren't you? I'm sure you were. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for me to get my finger out,
I'm waiting to see the special boy.
which I don't think I have to hand.
Oh no.
Well,
Uh,
then you'll just have to take on the narrative and Describe us, this special boy.
He's a minotaur. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, like.
Give me a second. I'm just going to try and find it. Thank you.
Is he like the burliest minotaur we've seen? Maybe he's a lanky one compared to normal minotaurs. Like, we don't know.
Have you ever seen a minotaur before?
They're buff. And yeah, they're buff.
The big.
They big boys.
I love how I've put in the word minotaur into the search function of Roll20 and it's brought up centaurs and something that I can only explain as a sex toy.
What you been doing, sir? How did this happen?
That's a no found in your library. But. Aha! Aha! There we go. Come. Get on the map, you. There we go. So, like I say, there's a couple of people stood around, and then there's this guy. Oh, somebody wants me to eat one of the lesser chilies, right? So essentially, he's wearing a uniform similar to the dock workers, and he has a vest on with the gold embroidery on the chest. So he's a member of the McTavish Trading Company, but he is wielding. He does have a very large axe strapped to his back. Full Metal Dancer. I'm about to eat a chili, and let's see how this goes.
That sounded like a big chili.
That was very crunchy.
Crunch.
So there's some big ones, and the smaller they are, the hotter they are. So thankfully, I'm only eating one of the smaller ones currently. So the minotaur's blocking the doorway, and there's people stood about. But
Is this outside the fox sings or the pigeon?
the fox sings. The
Okay.
pigeon, the door's wide open. There's people coming in and out of it.
Can
Are
we
you done the
hear
chili?
what all the Can we hear what all the hubbub is about? Like, what's the crowds gathering for or anything?
Give me a second.
Oh, it's starting to hit.
Oh no. Maybe you should have let us go into an inn and let us talk to people before you started this.
It's all right. Give the people what they want. I'm okay. Oh, all the seeds are currently stuck in my teeth.
Oh no, that just means prolonged
Suffering.
suffering. That's the word.
It's all right. I have a lot of liquid here to satiate myself.
Do you got milk?
I was gonna ask milk.
No, just lots of like water. But thank you for
Don't
Metal
make it
Dancer.
worse.
Yeah, it's fine. That one wasn't too bad, to be perfectly honest. So there is the minotaur blocking the way. There's a couple of people around you can ask questions to, or you could just go in the Spotted Pigeon and ask there really. Just so you know, there's a lot of flavours in the air. The market that's on, it seems to be like a food market, so there's like people cooking stuff on stalls, or they've got like fresh produce, cuts of meat, stuff like that. So it's a quite busy market as well.
Anything from
I'm-
my?
You go.
I was just going to ask, was there anything I recognise from my islands on the market? Any tropical fruits?
There are tropical fruits and things like that, but obviously because you're on the other side of the world, there's nothing really that you recognise. Funnily enough, there are these little red fruits, and they look like lemons, but the skin's red.
Can I sniff them? Sort of see if they smell like home?
They smell citrusy, but not in a citrusy way that you recognise. There's a bit of a spice to them.
I like these.
Spicy lemons?
Spicy lemon. Well, spicy fruit. How much are these? Asked the person.
There's a middle-aged woman behind the stall, and she's like, "Oh, it's 1 silver for a dozen."
Ooh. I'll take that. I've got that silver. I'm going to buy some spicy citrus fruit. Thank you.
They're called Ajara.
Lara. Thank you.
Ajara.
Spicy fruit. Right, I'm going to eat one and hopefully not die.
I'll join you in that. They look quite lovely.
So you open them up, and the flesh is like a green colour, like lime colour, and it is citrusy. But then there is a burn afterwards, so they are actually spicy lemons.
Yeah. Awesome.
Can I have a peck?
Yeah, I offer them out to everyone. So, like, I want one.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
I'll take a peck, but then you can see immediately that our team here just kind of like starts like having like a little bit of like a you know when dogs have a lemon and they're kind of like you know like
Start like
you can
batting
see
it
that
around the
kind of
floor.
happen, like she's kind of bucking her head back a bit like, oh, what is it?
Must attack. Yes. So the stall owner is happy to take the custom and everything from you, and she's like, they're very good for dealing with scurvy or things that might ail you.
Ooh. Good to know.
The scurvy,
Sorry, Kerry, you cut out there.
does scurvy affect birds?
It's a vitamin deficiency, so I would assume if you don't eat the proper diet, then yeah, it would affect you as well.
I mean, I'm just thinking like scurvy. Obviously, like the most prominent thing that you get is like the teeth and the gums, like kind of getting a bit nasty.
Actually, if you read up on scurvy, it actually is a deficiency in your vitamin
See?
C. And do you know what vitamin C is also really good at? Healing your wounds. So if you
Oh my god, yeah.
don't actually keep on top of scurvy, your wounds can reopen.
Did you see this like last? Did you mention this last session where like something like all the scars started open? Like, oh my god, I don't think it was you.
No,
No, like I just remember someone like saying like, oh, like all this like their scar tissue starts opening up and like they just like start. Oh god, that must be a different session somewhere. I don't know. It just feels like it would have been in here as well.
I read it in one of the D&D groups I'm a part of, but because somebody was on about making a spell that just casts scurvy on people.
Oh god,
That's going to be in here somewhere, isn't it?
it would work very well against barbarians. So if you think about how like they'd probably be very scarred and stuff.
Apparently, it does actually weaken scars. So yeah, that's a horrible thought, really, isn't it? So yeah, she hands out these lemons as you pay for them. So for 1 silver you get 6, but obviously I think you've eaten a few now, haven't you? But you've got a few left. And
Yep. Thank you.
I'm guessing Artemia just bought 6 and hasn't eaten any of them. What would you like to do now?
While we're standing here eating our spicy lemons, can
Spiky.
I ask her what happened at the inn? Like, why is there such a crowd outside?
Oh, they won't really tell us too much, but I heard it was a bar fight that got out of hand. A few people ended up dead by all accounts.
Oh.
That sounds pretty extreme. Does that happen often here?
Oh no, there's maybe a fist fight now and again, but that's some of the drunken lads taking it out on each other. It's never been this bad, and that guard's been stood there all day.
Does he usually guard this place? Is he a regular, or has he been brought in just because of what's happened?
He's a member of McTavish. They've got a pretty large stake in the town, so they are everywhere. But they're not the official guards of the town. I think he's there because I hear it was a dock worker that was involved in it.
Probably completely written the name wrong that you just mentioned. But could you tell me more about this McTarvish family?
Family? No, it's
Uh,
the trading company.
Oh.
What everybody knows about McTavish? They're the biggest freight company and trade company on this side, and back home as well, by all accounts. They've got a monopoly on everything around here.
Can I do a history check to see what I know about it, like from back home?
Yeah, you can all do that if you like. You can all do a history check to see what you remember of the McTavish Trading Company, while I try and remember myself.
I feel like this is something that I would know more about because I was working on a trading ship, but I did not roll well.
I never roll well.
Guy's got a dune.
Artemia?
Yeah, sorry, my sheet wasn't up.
Alright, sorry. Roll 1. Okay, 5's just as bad. So, Artemia, from your clan in the east and like away from like civilized worlds and everything in your own like little bubble, you know nothing about the McTavish Trading Company. You know what a trading company is or what essentially what they'll do, but the McTavish Trading Company doesn't know that much.
Kind of figured, seeing as we like live in cliffs and shit. We're like, sorry, we live high up, away from water.
Yeah, you guys would just deliver parcels yourselves and stuff like that. You wouldn't need anybody else.
We are our own trading company in a sense. We deliver by air and then they deliver by boat. You know, very much less
Very
efficient.
different, yeah.
But
Obviously, the ship that you crossed the ocean on was owned by the Iliad Freight Company, so you know they're a different company to the McTavish. Cordelia Trill, you are aware that they do have a pretty big holdings back home, but they've expended a lot of like power and influence in the islands across here. They are pretty much the main ones that are responsible for freighting cargo and supplies back to the old lands, and they have pretty good relationships with all the kingdoms. Kai, you know a little bit more. You know that going eastward, the McTavish Trading Company wasn't having a lot of luck because they were running into other companies or other kingdoms that had their own infrastructures or processes and laws. And so they gave up, but not before getting very hostile. Like, they tried to do quite hostile takeovers. So they have a bit of a bad reputation when things don't go their way.
Cool.
it's like trouble. Maybe we should avoid them, but try and be on the cautious side if we have no choice.
Doesn't look like that Minotaur's letting anybody in that bar anytime soon. Maybe it'll be better later on, coming back when it's quieting down and finding out what we can if we're interested.
He is stood there looking rather imposing. He's got his arms folded over and his weapon on his back.
Perhaps it's a task for later in the day when things have calmed down. Why don't we try the other pub where things seem a little bit nicer?
Sounds good to me. Also, is his axe bigger than Kai's, or is Kai's axe bigger than his? Is it an axe that Kai has?
Yes, it is.
I have an axe.
Whose axe is bigger?
I like how you ask that.
Sorry, one moment. Tyne, have you got something in the background playing?
Oh, No, sorry, but I did have my finger on the key. Sorry.
Oh, just now and again, there's like I can hear like music or something, or like a TV program or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. The Minotaur's about 2 foot, 3 foot taller than Kai, and Kai's a big lass, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give it to the Minotaur. I think the Minotaur's axe is bigger.
Darn. Okay.
The sound is in your head, Simon. Damn it, Andreas. So yeah, obviously on the map you can see the Minotaur stood in front of this over here. The Spotted Pigeon. I called it the Spotted Pigeon, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is over here. I think it was actually meant to be the Spotted Dove, but it's the Spotted Pigeon now.
Dove's just a fancy pigeon anyway.
Are you heading into the Spotted Pigeon?
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah.
Inside, there's a couple of like people over tables, drunk, even though it's in the middle of well, it's still morning to be perfectly honest. There's a big man in like a very unclean set of clothes behind the bar, cleaning out one of the tankards, and he sort of like watches you enter in. He sort of like looks up to you and like looks back to his what he's doing. Like, morning, what can I do you for?
Morning, sir. A breakfast beer for me. I don't know about the others. Ladies, what would you like?
Breakfast sounds good.
Yeah, I was about to say some breakfast would be nice. Still feeling a bit weird after that weird lemon thing.
I think Trill said breakfast beer, didn't you?
I did, but food works too.
Okay.
I like how you think.
He sort of like looks at you a little bit and goes, "I ain't got much in the way of food round here. It's usually the one across the way that does the food. We do the liquor. But sure, I'll see what I can scrounge up for you." He disappears into the back and comes back with some about 2 loaves of bread, like quite hard loaves of bread, about 4 tankards of ale, and some grapes. And he plonks them down and goes, "Pretty much all I've got going for. Going if that's any good to you."
That's very kind of you. Thank you for being so accommodating. How much do I owe you for this?
Gold piece, we'll see you.
An entire gold piece?
Well, it's quite. Business is slow, what can I say?
Well, to say you didn't do food at all, thank you. I will grant you your 1 piece there. Here you go. I'll give it over.
Takes it and slots it into like one of his pockets and thank you. Guess you're all not from around here, are you?
How did you know? As she makes a little hoot sound.
You've got the look of new arrivals about you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
What gave us away? Was it the fresh face, the smiles?
It was the eagerness to hand over coin.
I'm not used to having it. I don't really know how to use it properly yet.
Actually, talking about that, we are quite new to the Isles, so we're hoping to maybe find maybe an establishment such as a library or some place of information to learn more about these islands.
Oh, he like leans back against the bar and sort of starts scratching his head and like, not exactly what you call a learned man. There's a manor to the north. There's an alchemist who lives there. I think he'll have a library about him.
I mean, I mean, we don't necessarily need a library. It's just that if we were to look up certain places, or maybe just a map in general of the main islands.
I think there's one of them cartographers down at the dock, but he works for the McTavish. So unless you got business with them, they probably won't let you in to see him.
Oh dear.
What can you tell us about this island? Is there anything that we need to see as first timers or anything like that?
Well, I can give you a bit of a rundown about the town, and let me just reacquaint myself with the name of the other place. That one. I will actually move you guys back onto this map while he gives you a little rundown. So, like I said, there's the Alchemist Mansion to the north. I think it's called Walden's Manor. It's up on a cliff, but not a lot of people go up there anymore. Can't remember why. As for Veritas, there's the farms on the north side of the town. There's a woodcutting camp even further north in the jungle, and then there's the indigenous quarter, which is to the west side of the town. But majority of the locals don't live there anymore. They've moved over to oh god, it's blurred so I can't read it. Asmar.
Where's Asmar?
It's on the west side of the island. There's a salt lake. It used to be part of the sea. If you go around that, Asmar's on the other side of it.
Is it just like a lake that's full of salt water, or is it like a barren field of salt?
No, it's a lake full of water. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was connected to the sea at one point, and now it's not.
Okie dokie then.
Oh,
If-
Also, is Veritas the name of this town as well as the island, or are they separate?
It's the same. The island is named after the town because majority of islands around here are named after the first settlement that's been made there.
I feel you, sir. Luxembourg for the win.
Sorry?
I whispered Luxembourg for the win because Luxembourg, the country, is the same as Luxembourg, the city.
Right. So like Vatican
So-
City.
Yeah. Whatever.